What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and I went ahead and decided to take the plunge and go ahead and awaken Yelena. And I got to tell you guys, my first impressions of having her awakened is she's pretty solid. She's pretty strong, in all honesty, especially in her black uniform. I did test the character in the white uniform, especially since the recent buffs that she got on her one skill, giving her this recovery and immunity. But the thing about this skill, and it has ignore iframe, which is pretty nice. But the thing about the skill is it isn't in an iframe. It's actually, she's just walking towards the character, shooting at them. And actually, if the opponent has reflect, she can actually die. So that is something to be wary of whenever you're playing with her. You have to play her very carefully. Even on auto, guys, she actually was defeating sentries at times. Some troubles with Silver Surfers, but she did fairly well. Personally, I'm going to be using her in PvE, but she definitely has PvP potential for sure. And I'm going to show you guys what she can do in this uniform and her other uniform, maybe do a little comparison, because she really is pretty damn strong. She's actually comparable to my Gambit. Yeah. She's actually, I'll show you that here in a second. She's actually comparable to Gambit, which is crazy. Both of my uniforms are actually at normal, and then this one here is at normal as well. So the stats are going to look pretty much the same. We have 34,000 physical tag, and then we have everything's going to be maxed out as far as our stats. Our critical rate's actually going to get maxed out from our third skill, I believe. And then she does have mythic physical attack Urus, and that's it in her slots. And all of her skills are 6. Now, something that's pretty crazy about Yelena is in the snow uniform, she does get the attack buff and the invisibility on her third skill. She gets the attack buff by 30%, but she doesn't have a damage proc, where in the fourth skill, it does have all defense down. It only goes up to 35%. It actually is much higher on the black uniform, which is going to allow her to do a lot more damage on top of having a damage proc on the third skill. But you do get the 4 seconds of immunity, which is really nice. And then the fifth skill actually does give her damage accumulation 0.8%, and then you have an all defense down that goes up to 50%. Whereas in the other uniform, this one here, the fifth skill actually gives her a plus 1% damage accumulation instead of 0.8%. The all defense sounds the same, and you do have a 3 seconds of paralysis, which is actually nice. And then here we have a 55% increase of attack instead of 30%. And then there's that 70% for one attack. Now, the beautiful thing about this damage proc is this is one of them damage procs that you can actually cancel the skill, and it won't set off until you actually lay a hit from any skill. It works exactly like Beta Ray Bill and Moon Knight, where you hit a certain skill, they get their 100% damage proc, you can go into another skill and actually use that damage proc and add it on to the damage proc from your obelisk, which is actually pretty amazing. That is so awesome that you can do it. And you can actually play her a couple different ways as far as your rotation. Generally, what I like to do, whether I'm playing in the snow uniform or the black uniform, is I generally like to hit the 5 first. The 5 goes into a nice iframe, a little target comes up, and then she scrolls down. Matter of fact, we'll listen to the previous skill. It's a lot easier to show it instead of just talking about it. But whenever you do the 5th skill, she'll go into the dot, she'll come down. Well, actually in the black uniform, she has the target. In the snow uniform, she doesn't. But she plays them the same way. So you just hit the 5, she's going to close in, hit the 3, and then hit the awaken skill. Now, on her, now this is the way that I like to play. You could easily go 3, 5, and then awaken skill, or 5, 3, awaken skill. It really doesn't matter. Matter of fact, I'll show you that right now. So if we equip the other uniform, preview the skill here real quick. We'll go 5. And wait a minute here. There it is. There's our damage proc right there, right? So we go 5, 3, awaken skill. We got our damage proc, right? So that's the way that I like to play it, 5, 3. Now, some people don't like to do the 5, 3 because they think the 5, has the bombs coming down. It might set off the proc, but if you're fast enough, you don't ever have to worry about it. If you want to alleviate that problem, just always go 3, 5, and then into the 4, or 3, 5 into the awakened skill. Very simple rotation, actually very easy to keep the proc where it belongs. I just got a stage 6 Power Bang Rehawk set. So that's something to keep in mind. By the way, as far as my Gambit also has a stage 6 Power Bang Rehawk set. He's got a 200% damage proc with a beatdown proc. And I'm only showing you that just to give you guys a little bit of a fair comparison. And I do have more energy attack on my cards than I do physical attack. It isn't a full-blown comparison, just a little one to give you an idea of how strong Yelena actually is. And then we have 180% proc on my CTP of energy. So it's got, and plus it's got 25% chain hit damage, whereas my Gambit's actually got 30% chain hit damage on his obelisk, right? So let's just jump into some world boss. Let me show you what's up. So I'll just show you guys what she can do against Proxima here. And we'll just use this leadership here, this 55% increase all attack by gladiators, Shuri for the 35% damage on the supervillains. I'm sorry, 45% damage on the supervillains. And we won't use any strikers. Now, one thing about Yelena is her survivability isn't the greatest in the black uniform. She doesn't have any heals, and she really doesn't have the best HP pool. That is something that is a disadvantage for this uniform here. But as far as damage, it really is just crazy. I mean, you just see the bars start melting. And you got to be real careful when you use that awakened skill, because the damage just keeps going. It's a very long skill. And because it is so long, the damage keeps going. And it can actually set off your proc in the next rotation. So you have to be real careful of that. One of the reasons that I play the way I do with the 5 and then the 3 and the 4, it seems like I can always keep the proc where it belongs. Oh shit, get out of there, 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 girl, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Okay, maybe don't get out of there, don't get out of there. God dang it, Proxima, that little heifer freaking went into an iframe. Proxima can always be a bit annoying, for sure. Alright, here we go, run around. Melt those bars, melt those bars. And because we're in iframe, Proxima can't really do anything right now. Ooh. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. And almost. Not bad, right? 1 minute and 23 seconds. It's not bad. It's pretty decent. That's actually pretty damn good. All right? That's pretty damn good. Now, if you equip the snow uniform, because I know some of you are actually really curious as to how well this uniform actually performs, I'll show you. And that was with no strikers. I mean, she's got some power. I mean, she's definitely not weak by any means. And we all kind of figured she was going to be strong. I mean, Yelena has always been a very powerful character. Now, in this uniform, it's actually pretty nice because we got a lot more survivability. We have the invisibility, right? And we have a heal on that first skill, which is nice. But as you can see, the damage just isn't near as good. I mean, this is a PvP uniform. That's just the bottom line of it, right? It's not meant for PvE, but it can definitely put in work, as you all can see. I didn't want to use my awakened skill there, but this invisibility really is nice, and it definitely makes things very easy when it comes to playing the character, right? But the damage isn't near even close to as good as it is in the black uniform. I mean, right, you don't have the big giant damage proc. You don't have the extra attack, right? I mean, this thing's just built for PvP. I mean, it's still respectful. It's still pretty damn good, right? It's not bad at all. But Proxima can't do anything. She's just kind of sitting around and not doing anything. It's definitely a lot easier to play with this uniform because it has so much better survivability. I mean, right now, we already would have finished with the black uniform, right? I mean, look, Proxima, she don't know where we're at. She's kind of like, what's he doing? What's going on? Or what's she doing, right? And the awakened skill isn't really doing as much damage as what we'd like to see. But still, pretty respectful. Not bad, right? Not bad. We're going to go ahead and stop it. You guys get the drift, right? It's definitely not as strong as the black uniform, But it does have power, right? But again, you know, it's on an account. It's got 13% Pierce and, you know, a lot of physical attack, blah, blah, blah. So let me show you what's up here. So we'll go ahead and equip here. And we'll just use Gambit's leadership because, I mean, she does have a little ignore dodge. She's got 70% ignore dodge on her awakened skill. But whenever you run through regular skills, not really. She's got her snow uniform does have, I think, 50% ignore dodge from the uniform effect. But we're going to use that 50% ignore dodge. And then we have the strikers. We also have a CTP of energy. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and give her, we'll just go ahead and put the heal in here. And we'll use these strikers right here. All right, she's got 50% ignore dodge. And then she's got the ignore dodge from the CTP of energy. It'll be enough. It'll be fine, right? We'll have max ignore dodge whenever we use our awakened skill. We'll just run through the first phase. So, you know, we got down to 56, the 56 bar, right? Get out of here. Oh, nice. That worked out perfect. Didn't get caught in the cage. I mean, even in her PvP uniform, she's got some pretty respectful power. But it does seem like the proc takes a bit to trigger. And her awakened skill does a lot of damage at the very beginning. And it does a lot of damage at the very end. So, again, you really want to make sure you let that thing play out for that reason. Okay, 5. There we go. But, I mean, you can land the proc every single time. I mean, you're not going to miss that damn thing. And poor Null, he doesn't know where the hell I'm at. He's just kind of like, let's go. And we got caught in the cage. No big deal, no big deal. Oh yeah, and you're definitely going to see a big difference when we throw on that black uniform here. There we go. So, I mean, generally you want to clear the stage with you know, about 3 minutes and 30 seconds is where you want to be when you clear the first phase. So we're actually a little bit behind, but again, you know, I'm using the PvP uniform with 180% damage proc, right? And this is a normal ranked uniform. So, you know, 3 minutes and 10, so a minute and 50 seconds roundabouts to do the first phase, right? Minute and 50 seconds. Now, let me show you what Gambit does, right? Now, I do have a beatdown proc on Gambit, so I'm just going to run up there. I'm not going to have the beatdown fully maxed out. And we're just going to do one rotation with the awakened skill. Now, look at that. A little bit below 53, right? A little bit below 53, okay? And remember, my uniform on Gambit is actually maxed out, right? Where is it at? It's actually at Mythic, whereas Yelena's is at normal. So we're losing a lot of stats because of that, right? And he got down to the 53rd bar, right? Let's see what Yelena does in her first rotation. And the proc just triggers a lot better on the black uniform. Now look at this. Now look at that, guys. She actually did more damage than Gambit. She did more damage than Gambit. Now that's pretty damn amazing if you ask me. Oh, crap. Yelena is strong. We don't want to get caught in the cage here. We're trying to avoid this at all costs. Oh, crap. But it is a good idea to have heals whenever you're playing with Yelena, especially if we got poison lying around, because she can die. Again, her HP pool isn't the greatest. God dang it. No big deal, no big deal. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at this. Ooh. If we wouldn't have got knocked back early, we would have already finished this thing. I've actually done this in 1 minute before. So a minute and 15 seconds, right? I know I can do this in 1 minute because I've done it before in the testing that I did before I started making this video. I mean, she is as strong as Gambit. Actually, I think stronger because I was using a normal ranked uniform and 180% proc. My Gambit's got a 200% proc and a mythic uniform. And I have more energy attack on my cards than I do physical attack. I have about 20% more energy attack than physical attack. Right? I mean, Yelena is, she's crazy, guys. She's super strong, right? She also has ignore iframe on her awakened skill. So we can go ahead and attack here, right? And into the next phase. Bonkers, man. Crazy strong. Actually, the more I play Yelena, the more I'm impressed by her. And I'm going to run away. I'm going to run away. I want my awakened skill. There we go. I messed up there. And I messed up there. I didn't even get my damage proc there. Kind of screwed up there on my rotation. No biggie, no biggie. This is a catwalk for a girl. Okay, okay. And we just kind of made up for it. Put him in the next phase. All right. Piece of cake. I mean, she's not going to be as strong as someone like Moonstone, right? Who's, you know, up there, right? Or as strong as some of the Black Order characters. But the girl has got some serious, serious power. Now, in this part of the phase, you can't really take out Null too quickly because she doesn't have any invincibility. She's just got immunity. And you really want to start with that 5 to get all that residual damage from it and get that damage accumulation. So we're just actually just going to wait till Thor / Mjolnir down. So that way we can come in and attack Null without getting interrupted. And let's go. Let's go. Okay, our proc didn't quite trigger. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Woo! So, I mean, we did that in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Actually, less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Usually that goes a little bit better. Usually it's just 2 rotations and I kill Null. But we kind of missed the proc on that second try there. But yeah, she's pretty damn strong, man. You know, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I actually could have done it a little bit faster with a better run. I made a few mistakes in there. Not bad at all. And against Mephisto, who I haven't even tried yet, we'll do stage 9. Then let me see here. Let me hook it up. Let me hook it up here. Where's Yelena at? Speed. All right. And what's her leadership? We'll use 1 support. And then we'll just put Bucky in there for that 30% increase of physical attack. So we'll use these fire resist strikers and a heal because we absolutely need them. We want to decrease as much damage as we can because Yelena can die pretty damn easy. Her survivability really is an issue. The fact that she doesn't have a heal is a bit of a bummer in this uniform. But her damage is spectacular, right? She has got a lot of power. Come on, come on, come on, here we go. And boom, into the next phase, right? Awaken skill. Bars start flying off. Into the next phase. Oh my god, I can't see what's going on. Oh crap, man. We just used our 5th skill and he went into the next phase. Okay, we'll get behind him. There we go. Let me push him in the next phase real quick here. Oh, not quite, not quite, not quite. I don't want to use my awaken skill yet. All right, sweet, 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 sweet. Ooh, okay, run around, run around. I always forget like how fun it is to fight Mephisto. I mean, the only reason I don't do it very much is because he doesn't give me the CTP that I really want. I want mighty CTPs of energy because I'm more of a PvE focused player. But man, he really is fun. Oh yeah, we'll just melt those bars. Easy. And now she does have a remove all debuff also on her awakened skill. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, buddy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get big, do your thing, whatever. Poor Mephisto. She is destroying this thing. Just imagine if I had type enhancement on her. Oh my god. Pretty good movement speed. I do have movement speed on my cards. I mean, that does make a difference. And we do have a movement speed. No, actually, we don't have a movement speed striker. 4, and then we need to go to 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. There we go. And boom. Less than 3 minutes, stage 9. Pretty much just plowed through it. I mean, we did use Bucky's leadership, right? And we did have Mystique. But wow. And that was actually pretty damn easy. I mean, that wasn't bad at all. And if I would have had a type enhancement on her, if this type enhancement would have been up, we would have got a lot more damage done to him. So, I mean, she's strong, guys. She's every bit as strong as Gambit, if not stronger. Obviously, from what you all just saw, I mean, my Gambit had a mythic uniform. And just from that little test, just, you know, using the Awaken skill and using one rotation, you can see that she does just as much damage, if not more. And I know she is a paywall, but you can actually get her from the legendary battle here in Black Widow. You can actually get her in Spiders in the Snow right here. You can buy her for crystals and pick her up right here. I think it's 2,500 crystals. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. So it is possible to get Yelena, and I do think she is an amazing character, very strong. PvE wise, super strong, but she does lack a little bit of survivability. It's probably always going to be a good idea to have Venom in there. And for PvP, she is good, but from the testing I've done so far, I mean, she definitely can put in work, but I don't know if she's going to be a meta. But I will tell you this. On auto, with a CTP of energy, she was taking out sentries, but then she would have problems with Silver Surfer on auto. If you manually play, it's going to be a different story, but it really is going to depend on you. So let me know what y'all think about Yelena. And I do stream on Twitch at Reset. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.